Okay, we're here at the BSCAI convention, and I would like to introduce Lynn Krafft, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about your company.
Good morning, Ron. Well, I thought there was nothing much to say about the company, but next year is our 40th anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
And this year, to celebrate, we're building a universal headquarters. I like world is too much. Universal. We only operate in one state and one county, but I'll say universal. We had a garage, and we're actually putting an office in a larger facility out there. And so I think for the anniversary, that's going to be my anniversary gift to my son and the rest of the crew, is they'll now have a built-in training room, and they're going to have a place to wash the mats. And
wow, that's great.
Well, we'll get it out of my house, but I lose the tax deduction. How about that? What do you do on that one? I don't know. Well, but anyway, that's the company. We've been in business doing contract cleaning in Watertown, New York for almost 40 years now.
That's great. Well, congratulations. So how long have you been coming to the BSCAI convention?
Oh, I've lost track. I probably was a little bit later. I think the first convention that I ever went to was one that Dan Harris organized for Cleaning Maintenance Magazine after he bought it in Chicago there, and I couldn't, that was back in the 70s maybe. I've lost track with BSCAI. I've been here a lot of shows. The only problem is when they have it in Chicago in the springtime and it's cold, I stay in Florida.
Yeah, I can understand that. So over the years, what are some of the changes that you've seen that have helped your business?
I always appreciated the trade show. BSCAI had a good trade show. Of course, we could go there before we could go to the ISSA show. The Canadian Sanitary Supply Show used to be available to us. Changes. I think I was commenting on that someday the old days. You'd walk down the middle of the aisle because you knew there was a vendor over here and there was a vendor over there, and they might show you something, so you're kind of huddled in the middle. But I notice anymore that people they're just going there. They're looking, they're touching, and they're asking questions or whatever. And it's a whole new generation of feeling. That business of it's a vendor, it's a distributor, it's a contractor, it seems to be gone.
Sure.
And I think that's the biggest thing that ISSA has done and BSCAI has done, is this pulling together stuff. That political, everybody off on his own nonsense, because the real world doesn't work like that. And we all have known that for years. If we ever hope to achieve what we've talked about for so many years about this, how can we enhance our image, get rid of the lowly janitor with the mop and the whiskey bottle in his pocket and all that. We want to get rid of that. How are we going to do it? Well, it's going to be because everybody does pull together and function. And I see that, and I've noticed the younger generation. I was talking to a gentleman today, his son is with him. My son runs my business, but he doesn't come to shows that much because with the building going on and all that, this year was impossible. And we started up, I don't know, 5, 6 buildings in the last 2 weeks. I told somebody the other day I want to go where there's a recession because I'm tired, and I'm tired out. I'm tired of construction, I'm tired of working. And we put a new truck mount in the van this year. It's been a busy year. But what you're picking up here at the show is the energy of a lot of younger people who are coming in the industry. They've got a good spirit. I don't think they're in the industry because of circumstances. If you see a father and he's here and his son's working with him, it's because the son wants to be part of the industry. It's not because he just happened to fall into this job while waiting to be president of General Motors. And we've gone through that with our industry. I think the industry has matured in a tremendous number of ways like that, in its respect for all the segments within the industry and in its evaluation of how everyone can contribute something. BSCAI has always been a fantastic resource for people who want to talk with experienced people.
Sure.
Now, that doesn't mean that everyone that's been doing something has been doing it right for a long time, because you can be an expert in doing something wrong too. But more likely than not, you're going to find people who know what's going on, and they can offer assistance, and they can give some guidance. And there's always good stuff like the program we just had, where somebody's talking about not becoming a giant in the sense of covering 4 states or 4 countries or the universe, which when you have universal headquarters, just don't try to cover it. But I think we've seen some some changes like that. Honest to goodness, real changes that benefit the industry.
Right.
Because of this feeling of cohesiveness, and I'm glad to see that because I'm a terrible politician. That's why I work for myself. That's entrepreneurship. You have to you don't have to play games if you don't want to. But in the industry, we're seeing some really good stuff coming out of what's going on. I see a lot of innovation. I see a lot of people working to cut through the nonsense. Well, the green thing is always the big thing, the greenwashing and what have you. People are working now to get to the basics and really stick with what makes sense. And the one need I see tremendous, though, still, I work with ICANN, that's the experts thing for Clean Maintenance Magazine, as the editor of that. Questions to readers type of thing, or questions from readers, I guess. We still have a fantastic lack of understanding about the basics of business. When you get question after question after question from people who, I got a 40,000 square foot building, what do I do? That's like a bus driver said, well, I got this bus route, how do I start this thing? Wait a minute, folks, we need to go back and assess what can we do to help these people with doing decent understanding of their cost of business and projecting what they're going to do. I'll give you an illustration real quick if we've got the time. We had an opportunity, real quick, but we had an opportunity to do some business with a place where one of our competitors works, and the competitors are friends. We don't normally take their jobs because they're good. They clean buildings. The building was clean. Other issues involved, perhaps, but the main thing was my son went over to their place and sat down with them with a spreadsheet, just an Excel spreadsheet that we use, plugged in their numbers on this thing, and where they thought they were making hundreds of dollars on this project, they're making about $30 a month. Now that's a heartbreak because you're pouring your heart and soul into keeping your people busy and doing this, and the place looks good. They're not cutting corners, but they didn't have the understanding they need about what is going out. And I don't know those people are going to be real happy when they see our price because we're not doing anything for 6-8 cents a square foot, trust me, on carpet cleaning or anything else. But that's the huge need in the industry. And BSCAI and ISSA and all, these guys are working together, I think, to really give people the resources. Now, whether they take advantage or not, we don't know.
There you go.
But the resources are there.
Thanks, Lynn.
That's what I see the good thing about it.
Thanks for that input and that
Well,
observation.
you're welcome. Thank you.